So what would you say the difference is between 2014 and 2026 when somebody is trying to enter into student housing right out of college?
Yeah, I mean technology, right? And I think the other part of it is because of technology, their expectations of the quickness of the interaction has changed. You think about, when you talk about the marketing side of things, you have 10 seconds, right? You have 10 seconds to grab their attention. That's what they say. And so when it comes to are you the quickest to follow up, they want to be able to do the whole interaction online. There, a lot of times they're not even wanting to come in for a tour. They want to try to, or they want to be able to see everything without having to step on site. Now, parents are another story, right? A lot of times the parents are dragging them inside because they're like, we need to go see it. But a lot of it is they want it to all be on their cell phone. Beginning to end, they want it to be on their cell phone. They want to be able to pay the rent on their cell phone. They want to be able to put work orders in. Everything should just be seamlessly on a phone, and it should be quick for them to get responses. The other unique side of that, though, is they still want a human connection. So it's like I think a lot of us are right now trying to balance the AI can be super helpful, right? Especially with getting answers to people really quickly or bridging the gap of technology. But it also, you have those people who immediately are like, I just want to talk to a human. Like, we still have students that expect to just talk to a human. There was a panel at LeaseCon. They pick students from a few different properties that come and they get interviewed, and AI came up in one of those questions, if I don't remember incorrectly. And if I remember correctly, they said that they wanted to talk to a human. Like that was like what they kept pointing to. They were like, we could tell it was AI and we just wanted to speak to a human. So I think there's still that part of it. And then I think the other part of the technology piece is they are so much more educated, right? So one of the people that was at that interview, she said, I had already looked them up on Reddit. I had already looked them up on Instagram and made sure that I saw what their pool looked like. And like that was what I wanted to be. I'd already looked at their Google. And so they'd already done all of the research before they even reached out. And so if they've already done all that research before they're connecting with us, they're probably ready to go. They're not wanting to us to walk through every little piece of the puzzle because they already put it together. They just want to sign a lease now. I think the other side of it too, we talk about this all the time. We have our teams go to ChatGPT and say, I'm moving to Athens, Georgia to go to the University of Georgia. Where should I live? And it will, pump out all the reasons, scrub the internet on where you should live and why you shouldn't live there and all of those things, and really diving into like what technology can do to sway people's decisions nowadays. It is a different world.
It is a very different world, and rightly so, in a way. I think, to an extent, I feel that it has leveled that playing field for someone who probably knew nothing about Atlanta. And today, they can probably talk more about Atlanta than somebody who might have never stepped out of Atlanta. You see the irony there, right? Can you tell me that if we have to say divided by functions, which of the functions today you think that AI has been super, super helpful? It has just changed how things are. And then there are some functions that you do not want to touch. There's a red line there. Hey, we do not touch that at all. Can you help me understand that? Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I think AI is really great in terms of understanding your processes that are working, right? So there are now data automation systems that you can put into place to understand, okay, a student started their application. This is how long it's taking them. This is when we're seeing them take too much time. Maybe they're backing out at this one point, and now we need to adjust our whole process because this is the one trigger point that's scaring people away. I think all of that is helpful, obviously, with, SEM and PBC and all the digital ads and how abundant that has gotten. Those are all really wonderful things. I think the areas where, and I don't know if it's fear on my end or if I think that the human connection part is still super important, but like the in-person touring, we are seeing some people that are doing the self-guided tours. Those are becoming more prevalent, especially in the student world. I think conventionally that used to be pretty standard, but we are now starting to see it be a pretty normal thing. I think I don't want to mispronounce the name, but I think it agentless. We did a demo with them and it seemed amazing. Like I remember thinking, okay, like I can get on board with this, but
Wow.
it's scary to like take out the people, you know? It's like, and if you think back, I'm here now because I was a CA, right? And the whole concept of hiring community assistants was that you were hiring your demographic, right? So
Yeah.
they are the subject matter expert of your business, right? So we can sit here and talk about this all day, but the students, which is why I think student panels are so important, they actually know what's going on. They actually know what they're looking for and what marketing tools are going to work and how AI is actually making them feel and all of that. And so I think if you ever start getting to the point where we're taking away the CAs because AI is stepping in to like handle all of your tours and your leasing and automation and all of those things, that we're going to lose the knowledge that we have of our demographic that we're kind of working with. But we've seen AI work super well in helping with rent delinquency and maintenance requests and, helping them work through those things. So I do think, again, it's a give and take, right? It's a positive and a negative. I don't know.
Where we can actually go AI native and where we can actually still stick to being AI enabled. And that's a very, very fine line there.